from my ministry's perspective, we see ourselves providing assistance, support, any way we can to the Minister of Climate Change and Minister of Health. That's our role. That's our role. Because, when I went to Washington, as soon as I assumed the role for the IMF World Bank spring meetings, for the first time I joined the meeting of the Coalition of Finance Ministers on Climate Change. And for a little while I wondered why I'm there. They were very quick to figure out, and then over the last 18 months, I'm convinced that if the finance ministers don't play their role in taking these things mainstream, making them part of budgets, making them part of resource allocation, this is not going to go where we think and where we need this to go. Dr. Zeba, your report that you just mentioned is commendable, that it's 3 years of research and therefore data driven. And therefore, in the 6 domains, what you have given us is actionable MIS. Because there's MIS, and then what do you do with that MIS? And therefore, the kind of granularity that's been provided is, I think, very, very important. That's one aspect of it. And the second aspect of it is highlighting the interlinkages. The multiplier factor, from what I have read, in terms of how these two aspects reinforce each other. Actually, in Pakistan's case, negatively, whether it's the population momentum or where we are in terms of climate change. Now, some of the aspects that you have brought out in terms of providing insights into the geographical divide, the vulnerable districts which are overwhelmingly concentrated in Balochistan, followed by Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and therefore the critical overlap with the populations which are already struggling in terms of whether it's poverty, infrastructure, limited services, what I would call social vulnerabilities, are the ones which end up.
अभी वक्त हुआ है ब्रेक का।
आप देखते रहिए दुनिया न्यूज़।